Welcome to oursanskrit.com. This is lesson 47. In the last lesson, lesson 46, we continued looking at Vedic accents in various situations. We looked at how the accent behaves in nominal verb forms and with verbal prepositions. We also analyzed the verse from the Rig Veda. In this lesson, lesson 47, we will look at some of the key features of Vedic Sanskrit, especially at tense systems and the subjunctive. There are many features of Vedic Sanskrit that have been lost in classical Sanskrit. Vedic Sanskrit was a more vibrant and active language as compared to classical Sanskrit. Over the previous lessons, we looked at tenses and modes. We elaborated on the present indicative, the imperfect, the optative, the imperative, and the participles. We also looked at the perfect, the future, and the aorist. And we looked at various secondary conjugations, including the passive. Grammarians classify these various forms into what are called tense systems. There are 4 such systems: the present system, the perfect system, the future system, and the aorist system. These systems are fully available only in Vedic Sanskrit. Details of the various systems are given here. We have thoroughly covered the present system already. We looked at the present tense, the imperfect, the optative, and the imperative. Now we will look at the subjunctive. The subjunctive is called late by the Sanskrit grammarians. By the time of classical Sanskrit, the subjunctive had become obsolete, but it was very common in Vedic Sanskrit. The subjunctive was 3 to 4 times as common as the optative in the Rig Veda. Details of the construction of the subjunctive is given here. The subjunctive endings are given here. An example of the conjugation of an athematic root in the subjunctive is given here. Conjugation of a thematic root. Let us now look at the use of the subjunctive. We looked at the optative and the imperative before in lesson 10. The main difference between the imperative, the subjunctive, and the optative is this. The first one expresses a command, the second a requisition or a will, and the third a wish. However, there is really no sharp distinction between the three in use. A general rule or a general guideline could be that the imperative has the command meaning when used with the second person, and the optative has the wish meaning with the first person. By extension, I feel that the subjunctive has the will meaning with the third person. But in many cases, they are more or less exchangeable with each other. In fact, in the Vedas, they are combined in coordinate clauses. Some examples are given here. The perfect system consists of the perfect indicative, its modes, its participles, and an augment preterite, the pluperfect. Some details of the modes of the perfect are given here. And some examples. The pluperfect is equivalent to the imperfect in the present system. Note that there is some difficulty in distinguishing this form from the aorist and the others. Some examples are given here. There are 7 types of aorist, as we saw before in lesson 34. The aorist system consists for each of these 7 types of aorist of an indicative, participles, modes, and augmentless indicatives used as subjunctives. The indicative is an augment preterite to which there is no corresponding present. In addition to the normal subjunctive, an augmentless form of the indicative is used as a subjunctive. Some examples are given here. The augmentless subjunctive is also used after the prohibitive ma, don't, ma karat, ma bhoot, etc. One such form of the augmentless indicative, ma bhoot, let him not be, survives in classical Sanskrit. Examples of the other modes of the aorist are given here. Some participles of the aorist. Details of the future system are given here. This is the end of lesson 47. In this lesson, we looked at some of the key features of Vedic Sanskrit, especially at tense systems and the subjunctive.